وَشَهْرٌ يُزَادُ فِيهِ رِزْقُ الْمُؤْمِنِ فِيهِ. It's a month in which the provision of a believer increases. Now, rizq, you have to remember, is not just the money that comes in, right? Rizq, as what the ulama say, is that which you actually benefit from. So if you got 10 million in your bank and you have another year to live, but from that 10 million, you're going to spend 20,000 on yourself, clothing, food, and all of these things, and what you give away in charity and what you spend on your dependents. And then the rest of it goes to your heirs. Your rizq was that which you actually benefited from, not the rest of it, right? So, rizq is not just physical, right? Rizq is also what comes to you of closeness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or the means that help you draw closer to Allah. So, for example, Imam Abdullah al-Haddad, amazing man of Allah and saint from Hadramaut in Yemen, and just beautiful, just beautiful. Like he was blind, rahimahullah ta'ala or radiya an, and so after the prayers, people would stand in line to go and greet him, to shake his hands, and he would sit. He would wait, no matter how many people there were. He wouldn't be bothered by this, make it quick or anything like this. He wouldn't be bothered by any of these things. He'd stay, and whoever came to him, he'd greet them, shake their hands, and when everyone had a turn, then he'd leave. And someone asked him, like, why do you do this? He said, they think I'm important enough to wait for and to greet. So why should I do the same for them, right? And so a really amazing man. Anyway, so he said in one of his works, he said that if you want an increase in spiritual rizq of the soul, right? Then sit. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. I hope I don't mix these two up. Yeah. Then sit after. If you want an increase in physical rizq, then sit and do some dhikr and worship after Fajr, after Salat al-Fajr, right? Up until sunrise, after Fajr is a very blessed time. Sit and do some dhikr. And if you want an increase in spiritual rizq, so the morning is physical and afternoon is spiritual, then sit after Salat al-Asr. So between Asr and sunset, very Mubarak time, a time for the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and do some dhikr there. So this is when you're fasting, remember this, that لِلصَّائِمِ فَرْحَتَانِ, the Prophet said, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, someone who fasts has two moments of extreme joy. One, when you break your fast, you get to eat, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala recognizes this, and it's a gift. And the second one is when he meets his Lord, right? So there's the reward that comes from that fast when you meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.